Hi, everybody. Just tuning in to say a quick hello and to tell you a little bit about what's going on, give you a little update, a little upgrade. Hope you're all doing well out there, wherever you are. Hey, Corinne. We're all in lockdown, serious lockdown, going into more lockdown this evening. Good Lord. Anyway, that's how it is in the world of COVID at the moment. Hello, Karen. Just waiting for a few people to tune in here. And I'm going to play a little song and tell you a little bit about what's going on around the place with master classes and so on. Everyone's doing all right out there in the world of COVID madness. Although if you're in the United States, it seems to be coming under control a little more, which is great. We were so out of control. Hi, Kim. Hi, Marcel. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Craig. Hey, Craig. September 11th, Mima Hall. We have, why? You're not in Melbourne, are you? Will you be in Melbourne? Did you move to Melbourne? Why are you there? Hi, Kim. Hi, guys. Oh, thank you. Yes, I had my birthday just 3 days ago, July the 6th. Yes. The boudoir is 1 more year older. That's good. As I keep drinking this tea, I'll be all right. I am delighted to just tune in and say a quick hello. I chopped some of the mad scientist off my hair, although I'm sort of missing it. I have to throw it back a bit. Hey, Zinger. How you doing, brother? Busy morning, mate. I've been on the phone. We will get to speak at some point. And thank you. Thank you. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to Ricky. Happy birthday, dear Ricky. Happy birthday to you. To you. I'm beaming to you from the Central Coast. Yeah, I look like a chaplain or something, don't I, with that cross there. Now, dearly beloved, we are gathered here today because who knows why. Let me play a little song for you. This is from my new album, new Soulville album that's coming out pretty soon, August 6th. Covered lots of soul songs, my favorite soul songs, which I had such a beautiful time recording. It was so much fun. I always wanted to sing so many of those songs. I sang them in band when I was a kid. And then I finally got an opportunity to make an album of all my favorite soul songs, although I could make another album and another album and another album, which I may do, I don't know. There was so much great music written around the 60s alone, great soul music. So we may make a volume 2, you know. This is a great Burt Bacharach song. Dionne Warwick recorded. If you see me walking down the street and I start to cry each time you walk on by, walk on by, and make believe you don't see the cheese. Let me breathe in private, 'cause each time I see you, I break down and cry. Walk on by. Walk on by. Walk on by. I just can't get over losing you. And so if I sing broken and blue, walk on by. Walk on by. Foolish pride's all that I have left. So let me hide the tears and the sadness you gave me when you said goodbye. Walk on by. 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 One of the words now. If you leave, you gotta see me walking by. Love the words. If you leave, you never see the tears I cry. If you leave, you gotta see the tears I cry. I can't remember the words in the outro. Somebody help me out without me. Let me see now. Now you really gotta leave, so walking by. If you leave, you never see the tears I cry. Now you really gotta leave, so walk on by. If you leave, you never see the tears I cry. Walk on by. 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 Sang all those backgrounds and then forgot what they were. But anyway, we finally got there in the end. What a song! Imagine having written that song. Wouldn't it just freak you out? That's Burt Bacharach for you. What a great songwriter. Anyway, that song is on the album, and I do get the lyrics at the end right. So, it's also going to be the second single of the album, which will sort of come out, I think officially August 20, somewhere around there, but it will also be released with the album on August 6th. All very complex, isn't it? All those dates. Trying to remember them. Anyway, I also want to tell you that we have a new masterclass coming up this weekend. Masterclass Series 2 we're on. We're going to be talking about performance. That's, if you're in Australia, it'll be Sunday morning at 11 a.m. If you're in the United States, it'll be Saturday evening at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time and Eastern Standard Time for Australia. So please do come and join us. We're going to be talking about performance. What does it mean to be a performer? To do what I just did. Walk on by. Connect with the song, connect with the words best you can. Sometimes you might forget them, but the sky don't fall in when you forget the words. It's all right to be a human being. We're so hard on ourselves sometimes. I used to beat myself up when I made mistakes. Now I just laugh it off, laugh it off, laugh it off. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. When I catch myself being too serious, yeah. I don't beat myself up so much. So we're going to talk about performance. What does it mean to have the privilege of being a performer, to go on stage, to bare our soul, to tell our story? What kind of performer are you? What kind of performer would you like to be? Where are you at with your performance? We're going to be talking about all of that. What does it mean to actually physically walk on stage and connect with the audience? You know, we all see it. We go to great concerts and shows and things, and there's the performer up on the stage and they're making that incredible connection with the audience. How are they doing that? What secret tools do they have? We're going to be talking about all of that. In terms of my own experience, that's all I can share with you. Am I the master of all? No, I'm not. but I have been on stage for many years since I was a child, and the things that I have learned about performance through my own experience and what's been taught to me, I shall be sharing with you on Sunday at 11 a.m. or Saturday night, 8 p.m. in the United States. So please come and join us. This is the second series. And to get tickets, by the way, you come to my website, rickprice.com. All the information for the masterclass series is right there. And while you're there, you can look at some of the other masterclasses that we will be running this month. We have another 2 classes following that, and we're on every Sunday or Saturday night, depending on where you are in the world. The next one is on music production. What does it mean to be a music producer, to work with bands? How do you know, when to give direction and when to sit back and let artists do their thing? It's a fine artwork. It's a fine art form, I should say, being a music producer. So we're going to be talking about that. What does it mean to produce our own music? How do we keep the vibe? How do we stay in a healthy frame of mind and spirit when we are producing our own music and we're all alone in our studio at home? How do we stay vibed? How do we stay, buoyant and creative? So we'll be talking about all those little tricks of the trade that help us stay in a creative and healthy space, and how, if we are a producer, to work with others, with other musicians and artists, and how to bring out the best in them and to really hold that space so that they can find their best work and deliver it in the moment. So we'll be talking about that. Then the following week, we'll be talking about performance anxiety. Now, I always add a little smile when I think about this topic, because it can be so heavy, man. It can be so heavy. Stage fright. It's a terrible thing. It's crippling. When the spotlight hits and we're in the moment, we have to deliver a performance either on television or on stage, and we're hit with the symptoms of performance anxiety: racing heart, shaky voice, legs trembling, dry mouth, all of that stuff. Mind racing, that's it's a very common one. And it's almost like we're ejected out of the pilot seat and we're just floating around in the air in all this anxiety, when we really need to be focused and rooted in the present moment for performance. So we'll be talking about all of that. What does it mean to be why can I hear water boiling? Is there a kettle going in the background, Gina? No? Anyway. Oh, maybe water's pouring in a drain somewhere. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Performance anxiety. That's correct. So please tune in for any of those classes if you like. The classes are very moderately sized and they are very affordable. So come to my website, rickprice.com. If you've got a problem getting on stage, like maybe even for the first time, or maybe you're already performing all around the world in concert halls and you've got a hugely successful career and you're still having performance anxiety, which is common, by the way. We all experience it from time to time. So we'll be talking about that. But this weekend, we're talking about performance. What does it mean just to get on stage and be a performer, and what's our mission, and how to connect with the audience and all that good stuff. After many years of being on stage and being around music and working in the music world, I've picked up a few things along the way. I'm a slow learner, so it's taken me time to learn these things. But I've had a lot of help. I've been mentored and helped by many people, and this masterclass is my way of giving back some of that vital information that was given to me that I hope you may find useful.
Hey, Rick.
So, yeah.
Do you have a story of any particular event when you had really bad stage fright or when you had performance anxiety?
Oh, God, we don't have enough time to tell that story, but yes, I do. I've had several moments of crippling performance anxiety where I've gone, oh my God. I had one particular instance at a show where I, for whatever reason, just before I went on, I found out that somebody was in the audience that I wasn't expecting to be there. And for whatever reason, it just brought up a lot of fear in me. And I was hit with performance anxiety. And it almost felt as if somebody had their hands around my throat and was choking me. People get all kinds of different bizarre symptoms. People's faces swell up, they faint, they throw up. I don't get any of that stuff, but I got a very tight restriction around my throat, like I couldn't get a note out comfortably. And so I just had to stay with it and stay with it and stay with it, because I have enough experience to know this is some sort of mental panic that's going on. Some sort of mental message has been sent to my brain, and in this moment, I'm experiencing panic and performance anxiety. But I knew enough to just keep my head and to just sing through it, to keep working through it. I just tried to keep coming back to the present moment, stay as present as possible. That's just one occasion, and I got through the show. One of the things I realized at the end of it, I got off and I thought, gee, I really didn't do my best. I was disappointed, I was upset, I was down on myself. And then I sort of came out of it and realized, well, I did my best. That's the best I could do in that moment in time. But I got through it. The audience were clapping and singing along. So it was a success on some level. At the end of the show, somebody came up to me and said, wow, that was an amazing performance. So intense, it was wonderful. And they loved it. And I thought, are you like on drugs or something? I didn't believe them. But it's interesting to know that what you're feeling inside and the panic or stage fright that you might be experiencing is not necessarily visible to the audience. In fact, it's not visible to the audience, what you're experiencing on the inside. So it's an amazingly interesting topic. But yes, I've had stage fright many times. It started as a child for me when I would sing in church. I could sing with my band, my family band. I'd get up and just let it rip. When it came to school performances, around all my school friends and that kind of thing, when I got into a church, something very serious would come over me, and I'd be very serious and I'd get quite nervous. And it took me a long time to get over that, to realize that it's safe to get on stage and sing. And it's very important to notice what's going on in the mind at the time of the performance. Where am I? Am I present in the moment of the performance? Or am I off thinking about watching the videos in my mind of all the ways I can fail, all the embarrassment, the rejection, all of that stuff? The mind's very creative and powerful in that way. So we have to know how to just come back from the mind, let the mind do its stuff, but to come back from it and just stay as present as possible. Breathe, get some air down into the lower part of the stomach. That's important. And we just take each moment as it comes and just move through the moment and try to stay out of all that scary, spooky stuff. So there's lots of little tips and tricks I can give you. But is it a perfect science? No. Will I get nervous again at some point? More than likely, yes. Will I know when that's going to hit? Not necessarily. So we develop these tools to know that as human beings, it's not a perfect science. We will get hit with performance anxiety at some time or another. We'll get nervous. So it's not about getting rid of performance anxiety, wrestling it to the ground and killing it off. Can't do that. Whatever we focus on gets bigger. So we have to know how to breathe through it, how to move through it, how to work through it in the moment that it happens. So we'll be talking a lot about that. The performance anxiety masterclasses are always very, very interesting because people tell their stories just like I did. And we go really into depth about what are we thinking, what are we believing, what's causing this to happen. And sometimes when it does happen and you think you have no control over it, you can navigate it and move through it, work through it. So lots of interesting things to talk about. So the next couple of Sundays, we are in masterclass mode. If you'd like tickets, please come to rickprice.com and buy yourself a ticket. You'll get a Zoom link. It's fully interactive, so you can ask questions. It's just like being right there in the room with me. It's a lot of fun. And, you don't have to be frightened. If you're not skilled in any particular area, that doesn't matter. That's fine. That's what the masterclass is for people on every level. Now, I'll just talk and talk and talk and talk. So I want to just say to you, that the master classes are a lot of fun. Please come join us. Also, I want to tell you that my new album is coming out next month, August 6th. It's called Soulville, and it's all those beautiful soul classics. And I'm going to be touring. So if you're in Australia, I'm here. I'm up on the Central Coast with my family and absolutely loving it. And I will be touring all around the country. If you want to get tickets to my show, please come along to a show. And if you do come, please come and say hello after the show. I always come out after the show and sign and meet people. So please feel free to come up and say hello. If you would like tickets, rickprice.com. Under the tour, just press the tour button and all the tour dates will pop up. Now, they're not all up there because of COVID. We're ducking and weaving and putting in dates as we can. So do stay in touch with that website if you want to come to a show. And if you go onto the website now and find that the shows aren't in your part of the world, keep going back to the website because they will be coming in as we go along. We'll be adding many, many more dates. I think there's only a dozen or so dates up there at the moment, but there'll be many more than that in Australia. I'll be here until the middle of November, so we're going to be playing a lot of shows while we're here. So I think that's it from me. Thank you very much, and hope you're having a beautiful day. Obviously, if you're in Australia, some parts of New South Wales were locked down, but we shall break through. We shall make it through to the other side. I've been living in America. We were locked down for so long. That's all opened up now. And, things are looking much better there day by day. So fear not. We shall negotiate the deep waters of COVID and make it to the other side. We shall wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Better not sing too much of that song, 'cause Facebook cuts you off when you sing covers. Yeah, wade in the water. We shall rise above.
I'm thinking that's probably public domain, don't you think? Wade in the water?
Oh, you might be right. Wade in the water. Why do you know all these things, Gina? That's so fabulous. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble. See that whole stall rest in a way. Hey, Maddie's up. Must be the children of the Israelites. Now, if you don't believe that I've been redeemed, follow me down to the Jordan Street. You got to wait in the water. Wait in the water, children. Wait in the water. God's gonna tell us. See that whole stall dressed in red. Mine must be the children that Moses led. Now I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Saw a band of angels coming for me. You got to wait in the water. Wait in the water, children, wait in the water. God's gonna trouble all day. Now, one of these days, and it won't be long, you come looking for a Ricky boy, but I'll be gone. You see, I'm going to Jordan, singing, shout. Now nobody there gonna lock me out. I'm gonna talk with the Father, chat with the Son, Tell him about this mean old world I come from. And I know my robe's gonna fit me well, 'cause I tried it on at the gates of hell. You got to wait in the water, wait in the water, children, wait in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. God's gonna trouble the water, yeah. God's gonna trouble the water, yeah. God's gonna trouble the water. Got the doggies barking in the background. Really good. Wade in the water, kids. We'll get through it to the other side. All right, my lovelies. See you soon. See you Sunday. This Sunday, 11 a.m.